What if the most terrifying horror movie villains were inspired by a single, real-life figure? Meet Ed Gein, the man whose disturbing past helped shape fictional characters like Norman Bates, Leatherface, and Buffalo Bill. In the quiet town of Plainfield, Wisconsin, during the 1950s, Ed Gein lived a life that would later disturb the world. Behind the walls of his unassuming farmhouse, Gein committed acts so grim they would go on to inspire some of cinema's most unsettling icons. His unhealthy obsession with his late mother and fascination with anatomy led him down a path of grave theft and violence, culminating in a legacy that straddles the line between reality and horror fiction. Gein's unraveling began long before his actions came to light. Born in 1906 in La Crosse, Wisconsin, he was raised in a household dominated by his mother, Augusta. A deeply religious woman, Augusta taught her sons to fear the world's supposed corruption, especially targeting women with her moral teachings. She moved the family to an isolated farm, shielding Ed and his brother Henry from outside influence. His father, George, struggled with alcoholism and passed away in 1940, leaving Augusta as the sole authority. Under her rule, Ed became withdrawn and socially awkward. Despite his strange behaviour, he was known as a good student who excelled in reading. The pivotal moment came in 1944 when a fire broke out on the family farm. During the incident, Ed reported his brother missing. Henry's body was later found, and though ruled an accident, rumours lingered due to his known conflicts with Augusta. After his brother's passing, Ed lived alone with his mother until her death in 1945, a loss that shattered him. Following her death, Ed's isolation deepened, and the disturbing behaviours that would make him infamous began to surface. In November 1957, the disappearance of Bernice Worden, a local hardware store owner, led police to Ed Gein's farmhouse. What they discovered shocked the nation. Inside the deteriorating home, authorities found Worden's remains in a shed, displayed in a way that mimicked animal processing. But that was only the beginning. The house was filled with objects crafted from human remains, chairs covered in skin, skulls repurposed into bowls, and even a lampshade made from a face. Among the most unsettling finds were a belt fashioned from body parts and masks made from preserved heads. Gein admitted to exhuming bodies from local graveyards, seeking women who resembled his mother. He described being in a trance-like state during many of his cemetery visits, claims that only added to the mystery surrounding his mental state. These chilling discoveries cemented Gein's place in criminal history, influencing some of the most iconic horror films ever made. Gein's downward spiral was rooted in a life of strict control, emotional trauma, and seclusion. After Augusta's death, he preserved her rooms as shrines, while living in deteriorating parts of the house. During this time, his grim hobbies escalated. In 1957, Bernice Worden vanished. Her son, Deputy Frank Worden, found the store abandoned with bloodstains and a sales slip pointing to Gein. Authorities arrested him and searched his property, uncovering a collection of grotesque items that defied belief. Included were remains linked to Mary Hogan, a tavern owner who had gone missing in 1954. Gein confessed to 2 killings and numerous grave thefts. His ultimate goal? To create a woman's suit to symbolically merge with his mother, an idea that reveals the full extent of his delusions. This gruesome tale would go on to influence films like Psycho, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and The Silence of the Lambs. Norman Bates, the disturbed innkeeper in Hitchcock's Psycho, drew clear inspiration from Gein's relationship with his mother and his identity confusion. Leatherface, from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, mimics Gein's use of human skin as clothing. Buffalo Bill in The Silence of the Lambs reflects Gein's obsession with transformation and identity through similarly disturbing means. Other portrayals include the film Deranged, 1974, and In the Light of the Moon, 2001, both loosely based on Gein's life. In 2024, Netflix announced that Charlie Hunnam would portray Gein in the 3rd season of Monster, a series by Ryan Murphy, proving the story still captivates audiences. Ed Gein's legacy is a dark chapter in true crime history and horror lore. Despite the relatively low number of confirmed victims, the shocking nature of his crimes and the bizarre artifacts found in his home left a deep scar on the cultural psyche. His tale is a haunting reminder that some of the darkest monsters in fiction have roots in reality.
Thanks for watching this chilling tale on Silent Vault. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more unsettling journeys into the unknown. Remember, some things are better left in the shadows.